Brian is tall. Adam's a jerk. Matt is also a person. Games. More games. Other games. Games. More games. Other games. This is Scampgrounds.
All right, so I got a question for everybody. We're going to start with...
Matt's face?
Yeah, we're going to start with Matt's face. What is your face, Matt?
My face is my face.
That's kind of gross. Anyways, the real
Look
question...
at my smile.
No. The real question is, what is your favorite Simpsons episode and why?
And we're going to start off with Adam because we haven't been.
We're going to start with me. I'm going to ask the question to myself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Adam, what is your favorite episode of The Simpsons and why? That's a great question, Adam. My answer is going to be the episode titled You Only Move Twice, featuring Frank Scorpio.
Oh, that's a good episode.
It's a very good episode. I really liked James Bond as a kid, and I really liked Simpsons as a kid, and I just loved the character. He was just ridiculous and absurd, and The Simpsons out of Springfield, for whatever reason, was just super funny to me. I just loved the episode a lot. I loved Homer tackling the guy, and he's like, when you go home, there's going to be an extra story on your house tonight.
The best part is he goes home and there is, isn't there?
Yeah, I think there actually is. It's so ridiculous. But it was such a good episode. Oh, God. Everything about it was just fantastic.
The best part about Hank Scorpio is that like they liked that guy so much that they put him in the Simpsons movie as another character.
Yeah, well, that too.
Like he's like the main, I guess you could call him the bad guy of the movie.
Yeah, and I also like that Homer was looking for sugar for his coffee, and he just fucking pulls sugar out of his jacket pocket. Oh, so ridiculous.
Oh, my God.
And he's like, what kind of tie am I wearing? And he like turns around, he's like, I'm not wearing a tie at all, and his jacket's on backwards.
That's not what the joke was, but close enough.
Either way, it's fucking funny. I haven't seen it in a while, but it's such a fucking funny episode.
It's going to bother me real quick. The joke was, he's like, here, Homer, take my jacket and put it on the corner, or put it in the corner. And he looks around, and the whole building's a circle. Right. Is like, there are no corners. In fact, you don't even have my jacket.
That's right.
And it's on him backwards. We don't believe in corners here. I don't know why. My favorite part of the episode is the fact that they have a long discussion about the hammock district.
Oh, yeah. The best part about that one is she'll get in the hammock with you.
I'm just kidding.
All right, Matt. So on to you. What's your favorite one?
I don't know why it's my favorite. I think it's just because it's a Homer eccentric episode without him being so stupid that that's the driving force of the episode, like later on in the series does.
Right.
And it has like a legitimate, like, not character development, but like a good story for Homer's character, I guess. Is the episode, I don't know the name, I'm not as fancy as you.
Nerd!
But it's the one where he gets high off of Guatemalan chili peppers.
Yeah.
And has a spirit vision and talks to a fox about his spirit journey.
But I need it!
Oh, I need it!
But I need it!
But, so he goes insane from the peppers, talks to a wolf. He's like, go find your, what is it, his...
find your soulmate, Homer.
Soulmate, yeah, yes it is. Hey, dogs can't talk.
Bark, bark. Damn right.
And then you find, is that the episode where he finds out his, it's gotta be a different episode where his spirit animal is Colonel Clink. That's a different episode, right?
It has to be. I don't remember that at all.
I think that's when Homer has a near-death experience. Woo. But anyways, he goes around trying to find a soulmate, and he thinks it's going to be Marge. But, like, he checks all their things, and, like, they have nothing in common. They listen to different music. They don't really know anything about each other. So he, like, wanders the city looking for a soulmate until he winds up at, like, a light tower looking for someone as lonely as him. But it turns out a robot controls it. And then he makes a boat full of hot pants crash on the shore so that they'll have to be his friends. And sure enough, like when he gets there, Marge meets up with him. And the only reason she knew he was there is because she knows so much about him. Like, oh, well, I knew you were going to go this way because the town slightly slopes in that direction, so it's easier to walk in.
Here I pantsu.
Yeah, the end of that, what?
I said Kirai Pantsu, spicy pantsu.
Kirai Pantsu, yeah. And it just ends up with them, like, realizing that Marge is very clearly the one for him. So it's a very funny episode. It's all about Homer, which is the best character. And then, like, it has a legit, like, decent ending.
Okay.
So I like that episode.
Lisa might be the best character, but
Very,
She has, like, 2 good episodes, dude.
very good. Very good answer, Matt. And on to the lovable Brian. What is yours?
Brian, who's had the most trouble with this question.
yes. It's very difficult with being 800,000 million episodes of The Simpsons, and they're
Well,
all
I mean, there was only
fantastic.
9 good seasons, so it's pretty easy.
I don't know. They had some great
If you
episodes.
pick
I don't know,
anything
Matt,
post
from
9,
our,
you're
from
an
our
asshole.
recent quizzes, you seem to have watched all 37 seasons of The Simpsons. I know them by
Let's
heart.
just continue
Matt.
with what Brian has to say.
The one that I always go back to, and probably my favorite now that I really think about it, is Homer at Bat.
That's a good one.
I almost picked that. It's a very good episode.
It's just magic. I loved all the little adventures, all the side characters, the way it was presented. So many of the jokes stuck with me about Mr. Burns hiring his people who have been dead for 130 years.
Oh, God. It's like him. It's a different episode, but it's like the same thing as him checking his stock ticker. And he goes back to the last time he checked it before, like, the Great Depression. He's like,
dear.
oh, no. Oh, no. Any joke about how old Mr. Burns is good.
Well, the episode, it didn't really have any, character progression or anything. It was just like its own movie, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very standalone. Thing about that episode, though, is for me, that's like the marker in where the series became The Simpsons. It was season 3 that I felt like, in that episode specifically, where I was like, this is The Simpsons that I grew up with.
Well, you're wrong, but that's cool, though, too.